Okay, I don't know if I'm live or not, but I look like I'm live. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that I am. Hello. I am here to test my whole setup with live streaming. So I want to make sure that everything's working for my Saturday event, which is a zine making session. It's called the Ripple Zine. And I have been hosting something called the Ripple Room the last couple of months now. And it has been a real pleasure to interact with people in a format where there are no recordings that are sent after. We are just being present. We are live. We are talking about things. It frees up that space where we are holding each other's thoughts and emotions and ideas while we're crafting and talking. It really feels like being in a cafe. And because I enjoyed hosting the Ripple Room, I'm still continuing to do that once every month. I also wanted to add something that was more specific. The Ripple Room is not specific at all. It's almost like think of it as an open studio hour. So you can come in, you can chat, you can ask me questions about my supplies, I can show you what I'm currently working on, and things like that. But it's not specific technique based. I'm not really teaching anything. I don't like the word teaching anyway. I think we're all co creating and we're all experimenting. And if we do it together, it just makes it that much ripper because I think our energies play off of each other. And there's a ripple effect in real time that happens. So, anyways, so that's kind of the genesis of the Ripple Zine, where I have been listening to feedback from people that subscribe to my newsletter who wanted something that was more specific, more end product oriented, which is not what the Ripple Room is. And the Ripple Zine is not end product oriented in that way either, because we might start, we might not finish, and that's okay. But what I wanted to test today was my setup. So you're able to see me and you're able to see the overhead camera. So let me switch over so I can show you some examples of zines that I have made in the past that I would love for us to explore. And again, this is not going to be one of those sessions where you come in and I teach you something. It's going to be an exploration. And so one of the zines I made, now this one is on watercolor paper, so this is a bigger zine, but it's basically one sheet of paper that's folded and it tells a story. And this is all watercolors. I had used stamps for this one. I had also sketched a bit in this one. But this was about Pride Month, which is apropos because it's June. And so this was my love story about these two lady mice that fell in love. And I just let my imagination take over. I also sewed some of these panels. I stitched them, which you can do. You don't have to. So that's one example of a bigger zine made with watercolor paper. Then this is a more traditional zine that I made with cardstock. This one has a lot of mixed media. It has stenciling. It has my marks that I usually make, dots, lines, lots of texture. That's dried up paint in the middle of the flower. These were from an embossing folder. And this opens up, and the story this tells is of hope. So it just has the word hope on every single page. But these are all freehand flowers. Some of them are collaged over that I sketched. You can see the print over here on paper, book paper. I also love using dictionary paper. And there's scribbles, there's things that I wrote in wet paint that give texture. And it's just exploration and play. That's all it is. So that's another example. Here's an unfinished one. And it's unfinished only if I preface it as unfinished. It's not unfinished if you don't think of it as unfinished. But this one again, these are maple leaves from our neighbors' yards that I used with a gel plate, and I used stenciling and texture paste here. There's Posca markers. It's just a whole lot of fun to kind of see how things play out. And this is one of those reversible zines. So I did both sides. And again, a zine is basically just one single sheet of paper. So ultimately, it opens up. And this hasn't been opened in a while, so you can see that it's kind of stuck. But again, it's just paper, so there we go. We just don't have to be afraid of paper. And so when you fold it this way, it takes on a completely different look and feel. And this is kind of like the Nightfall version of the same maple leaf prints. And so you can really play with it, and it can tell stories without words. It doesn't always have to be words that tell stories. It can just be images. It can just be a theme. It can just be however you want to play with it. And you see how different both sides are. Same paper. You could also use black paper and create a zine that just has patterns. So many different ways you can make a really teeny tiny one and put a little ribbon around it, a closure. You can have little pockets and things tucked in. So again, many, many different ways to do this. And I'm just excited that I have the opportunity to share this with a group of people. It's going to be a small group. I am capping it at 10 people because I like it to be small. I think there is value in it being an intimate gathering, and it feels like, friends hanging out at a cafe and making together. So that's the vibe I'm going for. If you would like to join, the details are in the description. You're welcome to join us. Registration does close on June 4 because I promised I would send a list of suggested supplies and templates for the zine, as well as a video walkthrough of supplies. So I want to be able to send that on the 4th, which is tomorrow. And the session is on June 7th at 10 o'clock. We'll go all the way till 11:30. There will be an opportunity to share if you feel like sharing. If you don't feel like sharing, it's fine too. It's a no stress, no pressure environment, just friends hanging out, creating together, asking questions, sharing things, and just being, enjoying a Saturday morning. So if you want to come, you're welcome to come. If you can't come, that's all right too. There's always other events you can join. Well, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing some of you.